Hello everybody, I made these little caddies the other day with a wavy cut lid. Quite simple. They seem to have gone down quite well, quite popular on Facebook responses, so I'm going to have a go at making some slightly larger ones, and I'll just show you how we do it. Try and go down as low as I can in the bottom, because these aren't going to have a turned foot. I'm just going to have a wiped corner, if you know what I mean, at the bottom. As they're going to be faceted, need to leave the wall of it a little thicker than normal. If you can see this, light's not very good. A shadow on this side here. I should have a spotlight this side, I suppose, for filming. It's important when you're faceting pots to have a wall that's equal thickness all the way up. Otherwise, if you've got sort of finger lines in it on the inside, you just cut through them. So you have to pay a little bit of attention to getting the wall even. Oops, try not to knock the rim. Left a fair bit of meat in the top of this rim here, because I'm going to fold it in now and create a raised gallery. Lid's going to fit on there. You pay attention to this corner here, because this is where I'm going to cut from, so I need a nice sharp edge there, so I know where to start cutting with the cheese cutter. I sound a bit weird and a bit hesitant when I'm saying it. I've had a headache for about 3 days now and I cannot shake it. Don't know what it is. Hence the woolly hat. My head's got very cold, so woolly hat tends to make it a little bit easier. Right, I'm just going to cut this now. This is a bit long-winded. I might try and edit a bit of it out. so you don't get bored. I find this very satisfying. Any of you have had an English doner kebab, you'll appreciate this bit. I suppose I should say Turkish doner kebab really, shouldn't I? But I've only ever had an English doner kebab. When I'm in the fish and chip shop, they sell kebabs, and they have a kebab on a spit, and they use a disc cutter with a rotary wire, and they carve it with that. And I often think, I wonder what clay would be like using one of those cutters. One day I might try it. Right. That's just a question of bellying it out. I've got a variety of throwing sticks. This one's quite good because it's got a notch in it, and what you can do is you can get up inside the shoulder there with this bit. And it's just a question of starting in the bottom corner, pushing it out. Too mad. You need to keep your eye on two things here. You need to keep your eye on where the point of the end of the throwing stick is, but also keep an eye on this here so it's in the centre of the hole. There's a tendency to lean and you end up pushing this neck out. So you need to have 2 points of reference when you're using these. Quiet now because I need to concentrate. Just need to shore up that neck again. You see how it's starting to go. Don't know how wide I'm going to be able to do this. It's a fairly tall pot, so I don't think it'll be as round as the smaller ones, if you know what I mean. You get a sense of how far you can push the clay, usually by pushing it too far. We're getting to the point of no return with this clay now, especially down towards the bottom. Of course the sides are uneven. Some parts of it get a bit thinner than the others in places, so you have to sort of err on the side of caution. And we'll just use this point here to get in underneath this rim. I think that's going to have to do. Just a little bit too tall, that rim, I think, for the lid I'm going to put on it, so we'll just trim it a little bit. Plus it distorts when you throw it. Like I made it worse. Right, lid will go on the top of there. that's the body of it done. Toby, what are you doing? Obviously Toby, my dog, which is here, you can't see him. He obviously can't understand English, he just hears voices, so every time I speak to the camera he thinks I'm speaking to him. So he's coming to see what's going on. Oh, it's so light, it's lovely. There we have it. I'm just going to show you now how we do. The secret with the secret with this, there is a secret, is to leave a certain amount of meat. Certain amount of meat in the centre, in the base of it, so I can cut it nicely. I have to compress it a little bit more because it is a lot. This bit's a lot thicker. Also, this rim here is a bit too big, so I'm going to cut that off. I've got sort of rough measurements and weights for what works with the smaller pieces, but I'm actually working it out as I go here. Narrow. Right, this is the fun bit. Finish wire. What I'm going to do is wiggle it as I pull it through. So I'm holding it in one place here. I'm going to get a shell shape by pulling it through, and then doing that. Now I could try and take that off, and I do with the smaller ones. I peel them off. That's a bit too heavy, that. So what I'll now do is cut the whole thing off. Float it off. We'll float it off and let it dry, and that way we can show you the lid. What I might do actually is see if I can't do it for you. I can always throw another one. There we go. Done. Worked. You can see that. Quite a nice one, isn't it? It'll fit nicely on that lid, on that jar. There we have it. Time for a cup of tea.